High Chief Adegboyega Adejumo is a title chief in Ibadan land. He's also a member of the executive committee of the Pan-Yoruba Sociocultural Organization, Afenifere. In this interview with Olaolu Oladipo, he spoke on many issues relating to the 2-month-old government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To him, the new government hasn't even demonstrated preparedness for governance and should show the right example if it must get the buy-in of the people to its programs and policies, particularly the issue of fuel subsidy removal, which is causing untold hardship. Yes, untold hardship to Nigerians. Yes, he's a chieftain of the Pan Yoruba Sociocultural Group Afenifere. Uh, Yes, that is the position. He has already made it. Of course, we know what is ongoing. That's with the situation of things. You now see that this man Tinubu is not ready for governance. I said it. Going back again to review this issue of a palliative. You know that something is really wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. There's no doubt about that. One would have believed that somebody who wants to be president should have known that it is pertinent to curb serious waste in the system. Would that not have been the first thing you would have done after coming into power? Even a bad policy we have not even seen from these people. They have not been able to sit down to plan or formulate any policy for governance. Yes, even the 8,000 naira policy is the policy of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The question to ask is, what has he done differently since he came to power? What has he done differently? People should not blame him. He said he's going to continue from where Buhari stopped. So, and Nigerians are aware of that. Me, I'm trying to even answer this man. He has not done anything differently because he said he was going to continue from where the boo-boo stopped. Yes, we are asking what plans he has brought to us. In terms of hope, when they saw renewed hope, what does it mean? It is actually renewed suffering. So in the last 2 months, we have been justified in the choice of the person that we interrogated, that talked about the wastages, talked about the systems, which he called the system, the evil system that we must dismantle, where so much money is pumped into moribund assets. I mean the refineries where so much is being spent on turnaround maintenance, and in the end, not a drop of petrol is being refined. Now, petrol is 670 naira per liter. But the President Tinubu has said that he was going to remove a subsidy during his campaign. Let me put it this way. The constitution is very clear that the most important work or job of a government is the welfare and protection of lives and property of the citizen. This includes the economy of the people. Everyone knows that there is always a subsidy made by governments across the world for one item or the other. In America, the government there pays subsidies in about 4 or 5 ventures. There's a subsidy on health, on agriculture, and some other things. This fact is, even if you want to remove subsidies from petroleum products, that is not the way to do it. The American government paid its citizens some money to reflate the economy. What they have done is to destroy the economy and not to reflate it. The question is, what is the government going to make out of the people who don't earn more than 30,000 naira monthly? Yes. How are they going to survive? How are they going to survive? That is the question. How are they going to survive? How are they going to survive? That's the question. How are they going to survive? How are they going to survive? What about small businesses that rely on energy to drive their businesses? Even if you are going to remove subsidy payment, there's a way to do it. You have to do it in phase and stages. You don't do something in a very shocking manner. You carried out the removal of fuel subsidy and then you tampered with the value of the naira. These policies mean that government is asking Nigerians to commit to go and delete themselves. The economy of Nigeria is so dollarized. Everything we do commercially is carried out in dollars. Yes, everything. In the end, Nigerians don't even have any economic power to sustain their existence any longer. The purchasing power of Nigeria has been grossly reduced by these actions of the government. What can the average Nigerian claim to be able to buy today in the markets? Yes, it shows that they don't have any plan. What can they do? Can you imagine? It is everywhere. For instance, the National Assembly is asking for 70 billion naira, which is humongous. He needs to reduce the ministries and agencies. I would tell him, let the people see that those in government are making serious efforts at belt tightening. I mean, those in government should not be seen as living ostentatious lifestyles while the people are wallowing in poverty. I am also going to tell him to be ingenious in his approach to governance. He needs to surprise Nigerians and not this one that we will be moving in a 200 vehicle convoy like what we saw when he came to Lagos the other day. He needs to reduce the number of aides. He needs to tell us that he has saved from all these measures as well. Egbe Wija will come now. Well, he wants to be president by all means. We know who spoke. And that is the reality. That is the reality we are talking about. Yes, no big deal. If Baba Wolowo could advise Baba Shagari on education, come out in true color instead of going against implement policies. He didn't even know that the country is not legal state. He should get ready to step down. Bastard old haggard. Yeah, this one they abuse the man. They call him bastard. You just open their mouth and be calling people bastard. What has this man said that is wrong now? Where are this emergency analysis when the whole economy was going down? What does he do? He did to improve the lots of his local state he came from. It's always easy to criticize, but give it to them to manage. Why should it's just unnecessary. Tinubu should just put himself inside this problem. He shouldn't have been expressing this problem if he had cooled down, if he had calmed down and just take things gradually. Things would have not be as bad as this. Things wouldn't have been as bad as who told him to take the decision. Is that what he has been planning for? Even governments of the past government that Nigerians complain about, they didn't even come hitting the ground running in this a negative way. People started seeing their fault maybe after 6 months and thereabouts. But you just came because power they shakan. You don't know now make they misbehave, and you are blaming people for complaining after he has ruined his own government by himself. Thank you, sir, for the wise talk. I know you can book appointments with the president. Kindly approach him as a brother. I know he will listen to you, sir. It is you elders that says Agbokiwa Loja Kiri Omo Tuntun Wo. Once again, thank you. When the real Afenifere tell you who to support, kindly do as they said. They are not common politicians who come with salt and maggi. They are refined crops of knowledge. Yeah. So guys, the man don't talk, if you like, take her. Of course, the reality is said before everybody.